Self-determination and neurodivergence, when students take ownership of their education. This video is by Sky Pace. For the first part of this project, I focused on causal attribution and goal orientation. As you can see, the definitions are listed above. Let's take a deeper look at these concepts. For causal attribution, it can be the perceived beliefs about success or failure. These can be internal or external, stable or unstable. For the person I worked with, in order to help, we recalled past successes, we reframed failure as an opportunity to learn, and we created practice opportunities. Alderman reminds us that if we fail, expectations for success depend on if we attribute our failures to a lack of trying or a lack of ability. For goal orientation, Alderman reminds us that when a person has more than one reason for participating in activities, motivational power is increased. So the strategies I used to help my learner were fostering agency by giving choices, showing the value of the goal set by others, and encouraging their intelligence to increase their competence. When it comes to mastery versus performance, Chang says that mastery goals are adaptive and concerned with enhancing competence through hard work. Using self-determination theory to bridge the previous theories, we can provide motivation and enhance autonomy along with competence. The primary focus is student flourishing, growing in cognitive skills and knowledge, but also developing and strengthening personal and social skills and experiencing psychological health and well-being in the process. Self-determination theory. Self-determination is the drive for autonomy and competence in the effort to control one's own life. This includes belonging and attachment to caregivers, teachers, friends, and family in our lives. We will discuss creating an environment conducive to autonomy and choice, involving stakeholders to the greatest extent possible, focusing on outcomes over grades, and allowing opportunity for intrinsic learning. Here you see an image of my former classroom. As you can see, there are spaces for both group and individual learning, as well as space to do other things such as alternative seating and using the floor as a space to learn. In this space, we created group rules. I asked questions to guide what rules we would agree on, such as, what do you think an ideal learning environment would include? The students often said things like reducing noise or sitting next to someone who would be quiet. These rules helped us engage in a community rather than a top-down engagement. I also provided choices in activities. We had learning centers, as you can see from the photo, and flexible learning schedules. We would often set our schedules at the morning meeting each day to decide what we were going to learn and when. One way to foster self-determination is to involve stakeholders. You can involve stakeholders with newsletters, preferably written by students, emails home with positive news, photos taken in class, and Google Classroom. You can also foster volunteer opportunities if parents have the time and means. In my class, we had a Google Classroom, which the parents set up resources and shared information that helped them with their learners. Another way to increase intrinsic motivation is to have interest-based learning and focus on skills and mastery versus grades. Allowing opportunity and peer support also fosters intrinsic motivation. We had a 3 before me rule where they had to ask 3 people in their classroom before they came to a teacher for help. They also got into groups and worked together to help with each other learning. Also, allow more time with materials and ask them if they want help before you jump in to rescue them. The strategies we discussed for fostering self-determination were creating an environment conducive to autonomy and choice, involving stakeholders, less focus on outcomes, and allowing opportunity. These strategies can increase internal motivation and self-determination in learning, as well as foster competence and confidence to have the best life possible, not just in the classroom, but in general.